I'm sorry.
How far upstream do you carry relating to? Let's say you have a vertically integrated company, a lot of inputs, changes along the way, and at the end of it, they're selling a product to the government. Does relating to go to the step that's, 10 steps above that, where they're buying the materials, they're shaping the material, all this other stuff?
I would say probably not, and I think any time you're dealing with a word like related to, there's going to be some degree of attenuation at some point where you're going to say, fun's fun, but don't die laughing. We're going to cut it off before that point. Now, I would think here there are a couple of factors that make this a relatively straightforward case. First of all, you don't have to go that far upstream. We are talking about the absolute indispensable component, which is this particular grades of crude. The other thing you have here that I think it makes it a relatively straightforward case is that you have the contract itself drawing the connection between avgas and crude. I mean, literally what the government agrees to pay for the refined avgas that it's purchasing is based on the price of crude in the East Texas fields. So the connection is very direct there. The last thing I'll say, and this is I guess the closest to something that would be like a test or a formulation that might give guidance. But I think if you ask the question, would enjoining the activity that the petitioners engaged in have a direct negative effect on the government? I mean, the answer here is clear. If you would enjoin the production activities during World War II, that would directly affect the government's ability to get refined avgas, to fight the war effort. If you go 10 steps upstream to an ingredient that one company adds and nobody else adds, I think if you ask the question, would this interfere with the federal government's functioning, the answer would be no. But here it's clearly yes.